Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm just going to be doing a simple video on prepping the nails. Just something real quick that's been getting requested a lot. So here I am just pushing back her cuticles. Believe it or not, a lot of clients say that they do not get this in the nail salon. So yeah, I'm just simply pushing back her cuticles, and here I am just using a rounded ceramic drill bit to run around the cuticles. This I have noticed has helped me get a lot of the nitty gritty out from underneath. A lot of the things that the sanding band that you'll see me use in the next clip doesn't really get. Just, I guess goes the extra mile. And also, guys, there will be a few parts in the video where the camera isn't really getting everything. Sorry, I did not know my phone was moving during this video. So, yeah, as I mentioned, in this clip, I am using the sanding band. This is to just go around the edges to get the last little bit of anything out, and then mainly for the majority of the nail bed to get all the extra natural oils off and things of that sort. You want to make sure not to press down. Just do this step very lightly. It's literally just to get all the natural oils off. That way the nail will be dry and ready for the application. So this is another extra little step that I just like to do. I feel like it definitely helps for sure as far as lifting and retention goes. So here I am just taking a nipper, a cuticle nipper, and I'm getting all the extra skin that has overgrown from the cuticle area. Again, like I mentioned, this is important because it has definitely helped me as far as getting a high retention rate, so the nail staying on and lasting longer. It definitely helps prevent lifting. So this is something, of course, you have to be careful while doing, but it does help tremendously. So it's just simply, you'll definitely see like what skin needs to be clipped. It's just simply going around and clipping. So here I'm applying the nail tips. This step is kind of, I don't want to say tedious, but you definitely have to pay attention and not rush during this step, because one crooked tip will be, could be the difference between, a quicker set and a long set. And what I mean by that is, sometimes you'll get to the very end and one nail will be crooked, and you can try to file as much as you want, but it just will not fix it. So your only bet there would be to, the client, if they're okay with it, let them, if they don't see it as a problem, then they'll go, on their way. But me, I'm the type of nail tech, we're going to have to take this whole nail tip off. But as you see in the video, I am, hopping around between fingers. I placed the tip. I've learned actually not to follow the finger, but to just make all the tips straight, going in the same direction. Because when I first started off, and I used to put all the tips just following like the way the actual finger went, I noticed that a lot of times the nails would look crooked, and that's because it was following the finger. I mean, I don't know about you guys, not all of my fingers are perfectly straight. I do have like one or two on each hand that kind of wander off to, a different direction. Nothing major, but not perfectly straight. So I was starting to just put the nail tips all straight. As you can see, I'm stretching out the hand, making sure holding the fingers kind of close together, making sure that they're pointing mainly in the same direction, and I'm putting the tips on that way, making sure they all match up. And doing this, I have definitely seen a difference. All my tips and all my sets look so much better because they are all, aligned and just in uniform. So yeah, just take your time on this step, don't rush. Also, when placing a tip down, do not press, you guys. If you have to force the nail tip down or press, then it is too small, which in the long run will just cause lifting or even the nail to completely pop off. So I definitely recommend, if you're like in between sizes, always go bigger than smaller because you can file off the excess. So like here, it was like the bigger tip is what I needed to go with, but her nail just needed to be clipped down a little bit more for it to fit more accurately. So you just want to put a little bit of glue, make sure that the edge of the nail tip fits right in the tip. As you can see, I'm going to press it down here, and voila, perfect fit. So yeah guys, you can always, like I said, file off extra rather than add extra, so always go bigger. Here I am just going to clip the nails down. This client wanted to go short. Short and square, I love those sets, but yes, I'm using scissors here. Okay, you guys, so when I first started, I used to always use like the actual nail clipper, but for some reason it didn't always get them as precise, like as far as the shaping. So I started to use scissors, and I seen that after filing, it just looked so much better. Why, I'm not sure, but yeah. So scissors are the way to go for me. Here for shaping, okay, so square, especially short square, is so easy to shape in my opinion. A lot of texts say the complete opposite, but I feel like with short square, obviously square, as long as the sides are nice and neat. When it comes to the free edge, which is what I'm filing right now in this instance, what I have found that has helped me so much and got my shape like on point is, so of course you file the sides, point them straight, don't slant them. That's one thing that we'll get to on another video, where slanting the file will get you. But here, I always put the tip, the tip of the nail onto the back of the file, and I just file straight down, like not too harsh, not too soft. You just get your method, find your own little force, I guess to call it, that feels comfortable to you. But as you can see, like on the tip, like it looks very precise, very neat, very filed. So yeah, again, file the edges really straight, keep the file pointing straight, and try when you have a new file, you guys, to pull back the client's skin, because the newer the file, the better, like the more the precise the shape, I can say, but the easier it will be to rip your client's skin or cut them or hurt them. So just be very careful with that. But yeah, again, here, as you can see, I'm having the tip of the nail, like the edge of the nail, on the back of the file. I believe I use a 180 grit. I don't quote me on that. I will list it below the exact grit, but I use the same file on every client, and yeah, like I said, I believe it's a 180 grit, 180 grit, but it just gives me the best shape, you guys. Like literally, my shape be on point, not the brag, but I love my shape. My clients love my shape. So this is what I recommend. Again, you just have to kind of find your niche, like find what works for you. Some texts can use a much coarser file and it works just fine. Some texts file too hard or find it easier to use a softer file. So here, guys, this is a really important step while I'm here. I always turn the client's nails like in the position that they are now, and make sure that they're straight and even. Looking at them in a different angle, a different direction, always helps to make sure that the tips are in fact straight, because as you can see there, they are perfectly straight. Awesome. The thumb, I did have to go back in, which is why I say looking at it from different angles is always best, because they might look straight one way, they might look even one way. So until you can look at them at least in two or more different, angles and directions, and then look straight, keep filing. Like I look at them in the original way that I was filing, and then I flip them the way you guys just seen, check them that way, and I even go back right before I apply the acrylic to check, just to make sure, you guys, because doing this prior definitely will save you so much time. Like that's why I do spend so much time on my shaping, because It will save you so much time, you guys. Yeah, I cannot stress that enough. So here I am just doing the other hand, same method, nothing different. File the sides straight. File pointed straight towards you. Sorry, guys, my mouth is kind of dry. Yeah, and so with the edge again, tip of the nail, back of the file. I usually use the middle because I feel like that's where, of course, this might not even be a thing, but like I just feel like that's where I get my best results from, is using the middle back of the file, because it's just so straight. It's hard, it's flat, like it's just, I don't know, it works for me. That might be weird or sound weird, but yeah, you guys, so nothing major here, same old, just doing the steps. Okay, so here, guys, I'm just taking that same sanding band and just slightly running over the nail tip. This is just to blend it. This helps with lifting, retention. Again, just these little steps, you guys, really make a difference in a lasting set. So again, do not use any pressure. Just slightly run over the nail tip a few times until it's blended. The reason I say do not use any pressure or like go too hard or use a fast, also that's another thing I didn't mention, do not use a fast speed on this step, is because with your client's nail still being out and exposed, like their natural nail, you could easily like cause a burn. And what I mean by that is like the client will literally, like their nail will burn, and this is just because of friction between the sanding band and the nail tip. So just be very careful with this step. It's not too hard to use a E-file, which is of course what the sanding band is connected to, but you just definitely want to make sure that you know what you're doing, because it can definitely cause some damage, burning being the first. So I'm just dusting the powder off here. Well, I'm sorry, not the powder. I'm dusting the dust off here from filing over the nail tips. I already did the other hand. I just like to have a really clean base before this next step. Okay, here I am just checking one final step, one final last look, I should say, before applying the dehydrator and the primer. So yeah, I just like to really have a clean base before applying this right here, which is the dehydrator. This goes back in one more time and just gets the nails free of all the natural oils and such. And then what I'm applying here is the primer. This is what helps the acrylic adhere to the nail tip and the natural nail. These are very important, you guys. I have never ever heard of a set lasting long without these two. A lot of people have said that you can just use primer. I have always used dehydrator and primer. It works the best for me. I get the best results. So to each his own, but I say use both. So here, once again, I'm just looking at it from different angles, showing you guys the finished result of the filing. I didn't get to record anything after this besides the finished result, which I wanted you guys to see. So here are her nails. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe, and tune in for more videos. Thanks, guys.